is Kwanza, and I was an only child for 13 years.
What's up? My name's Cody Medler. I'm 25. I live in Hollywood, and I'm just trying to find the babe of my dreams, so we'll see what's up.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Down to Date, the podcast where we bring in two complete strangers to see if they are a match made in podcast heaven. Today, I have Cody and Kwanza, and we'll see if they'll be down to date. All right, we have two people in the studio, Cody and Kwanza, on their first official date on a podcast. You guys are both down to go on this date. I'm excited. I'm excited. Down to date. So just to kind of, as an icebreaker, we're going to tell everyone your life story in 1 minute. So Kwanza, you're going to go first.
Okay.
So you're going to tell us your life story in 1 minute and as much detail as possible.
You would think I would have thought about that, but instead I was just on Instagram in that break.
You know, maybe Instagram kind of gives you a little book of your life. Was it like a little album? So you can,
hopefully.
Refreshing.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Sure.
Right. Your mark, get set, go.
Okay, I was born in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, to my mother, who was 21 at the time, and she was from Jamaica, so I'm a first-generation American, and my father's from Guyana, they got divorced when I was really young. Anyway, so then I moved to Maryland, and then I graduated high school, and then I went to college at Georgia Mason University, and I studied film, and then I moved out here to become a filmmaker, and I've been doing that ever since. I worked at BuzzFeed for a little bit, and I do a bunch of stuff, and I direct, and oh my God, I have so much time.
You have so much time. Girl,
okay.
Go for it.
Okay. So,
I think you're talking fast, but I admire that.
I was like, oh my God, a minute. When I just wasted a bunch of time. And I live in East LA, and I have a house, and I have 2 roommates, and and I like to just kind of work and hang out with friends and hike and be in nature and listen to music and go to concerts.
Oh,
yeah.
Man, that was good.
Concerts in nature?
Cool.
That was good use of your time.
Concerts in nature, yeah.
I feel like you got a lot in there.
Yeah, that was pretty rough, but cool,
in the beginning, it was very quick and amazing in the beginning.
Yes.
Had a little bit of a break, then finished up strong.
Yes.
I like it. All right.
Intermission was nice.
Are you ready, Cody?
Dude, yes. Let's
all right, you have a minute. And your mark, get set, go.
Hello. How's it going, Kwanza?
I'm great. How are you?
What's up? Doing well?
Good.
I am from Missouri, from St. Louis. I have 5 siblings. My parents are high school sweethearts, so I'm a big fan of love. I think that, there's somebody for, everyone out there. You just got to keep putting yourself out there and seeing what's up. I love talking. I love meeting new people. I think that's so fun. That's the whole point of life, is to kind of, not only harness your own energy, but to bring it to everybody else and just see what you can get in collaboration and just in the mingling of, life.
15 seconds on the clock.
15 seconds, went to school at Santa Barbara. I am a total dude, a total bro.
I'm a total dude. Cool.
Yes, love going to the beach, love movies, music. I'm an actor, so I love creating, and I would love to get to know you.
Ooh,
what's up, girl? Hey,
on the
okay.
button.
He is
1 minute
smooth.
on the button. That was smooth. I was gonna say, okay, that was very, very well timed and handled. Okay. And I like how you probably saw it in the end. You were like, all right, one more second.
He had it down. He was looking me in the eyes too. I totally forgot the eye contact. My bad.
Okay,
no,
it's all good.
Good. You know what? I mean, we've learned a lot about you guys in the beginning with the 1 minute story. Now we're gonna make it a little, a little bit crazy. I'm going to bring out the jar of questions you never want to bring up on a first date.
Oh, gosh.
All right.
Fantastic. We signed up for it.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, yeah. So this jar is, I have all these little goodies over here.
Yes.
Yeah, so this jar, depending on who you are, could be your best friend or your worst enemy.
Mm-hmm.
So
Lovely.
I think Kwanza should go first.
Okay.
She keeps putting you on the spot,
I
man.
know,
I'm sorry.
And my hands are all sweaty. This is one thing you should know about me. I have perpetually sweaty hands.
That means your hands are always soft, though.
It does mean that.
I
good
feel
for
like I
massages.
sweat a lot as well. Oh, what's up, girl?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm a big fan of receiving massages.
All right.
What are the chances?
Okay, so this is, do you have any health issues?
Oh, shit.
That's definitely personal, yeah. I do have health issues, actually.
Yeah.
So I was diagnosed with sickle cell anemia when I was a child, like a baby. Have you heard of this?
No, what is that?
So sickle cell is basically, so my red blood cells, most people's are shaped like little ovals, and mine are shaped like crescent moons.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's
I mean,
cool,
it sounds
right?
kind of like a superpower to me.
Right. Oh.
Because of that, when there's a lack of oxygen in the blood, they tend to clump together, and that causes like pain in those areas. And so the pain can be very like severe from at times. And when I was a kid, it was just like really a lot more severe for me. Because there's other complications that, you know, can develop through the disease. So like I spent a lot of time in the hospital. I've had like a blood transfusion before. I've had 2 surgeries. But the older I got, the more that I guess I was just able to just like learn my body and like know, you know, how to prevent, like, it's called a sickle cell crisis. When the pain is happening, it's called a sickle cell crisis. And so it's different for different people. Like some people do, you know, have to take medicine every day and they can't do certain things, but for me, I was able to just kind of like balance it, and I like really don't really have pain much anymore these days, and if I do, it's something I can manage at home, just like with, you know, like Motrin or whatever. So yeah.
Really
Dang,
cool.
girl,
Yeah.
oh, no.
I mean, you have to know a lot about your body.
Yeah, for sure.
In order.
Because like what triggers a crisis will be like dehydration, stress, you know.
We have waters here. Well
Yeah.
hydrated.
Yes.
I always have like my water bottle with me as well. And just, yeah, I mean, it's just obviously living a healthy lifestyle. You know, it'll prevent those types of flare-ups. But yeah, so.
Okay. How about you, Cody? Do you have any care to share with us?
Dang, I'm so sorry. I want to give you a hug. You know,
It's all good, you know.
Right, exactly.
I'm surviving. I'm strong.
I
So,
see you
yeah.
doing it. Yeah, it's amazing. I wasn't necessarily like born with anything that you know, has really like held me, you know, down or back or whatever. But I will say recently, the past like maybe 42 days, 43. Well, 42 is probably funnier for what it is. I've been trying to go no smoke. So 420, 42, what's up, baby? I was like such a stoner, and man, like I was getting a lot of stuff done, but it was leading to just isolation and, you know, just being in my own thoughts always. And, you know, like it kind of led me to a dark place slightly, you know. Yeah, being out in Hollywood, I'm sure you know, both of you guys, we all go after acting opportunities, and you got to constantly put your, you know, body and mind and soul on the line. And I don't know, like, sometimes you just got to take some rest, you know?
Absolutely.
So it's admirable you've like discovered that in yourself, and you kind of like regulate your own self, which is good.
Yes, heck yeah.
Yeah.
So,
All right. I
trying
like
to go
it.
smoke free, but so that's health, you know, lungs.
That's good.
You know, but
All right.
dude, sickle cell is more intense.
I
so.
mean, it's all good, you know.
Yeah. Exactly. It's all love. All love.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
All right, Cody's turn to pick a question from the feared jar.
Oh, well, no. Have you ever been engaged or married? I have not. I was saying my last relationship was like 5 years ago. I had this girlfriend in college, and, you know, I thought I was in love with her. You know, I thought we were going to get married, all that. But our problem was kind of, we weren't friends before we jumped into the relationship, you know. I kind of was just all in right when I met her. I was like, yo, be mine, you know. And so when we had problems, you need to be able to fall back on like this friendship foundation that you've built, you know. So yeah, that's
But you've learned, I feel like with most of the relationships that I've had in the past, you learn what you're looking for, and you learn how to improve like yourself in that.
Yeah.
So
You
nice.
see what you like, you don't
Absolutely.
like.
How about you,
Yeah.
Kwanza? Have you ever been married or engaged?
I have not.
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
Not even close.
Me neither. Me neither. You know.
Yeah.
No baby daddy drama?
No baby daddy drama.
Okay,
No.
I got no baby
No.
mama, so
Okay, good.
what's
Good.
up?
All right, here you go, Kwanza.
Let's see. I'm gonna choose a green one this time.
Ooh,
Okay. Switch up the colors here.
Yes.
So I realized. I guess am I supposed to be asking it to him first, or am I?
Usually I kind of let you guys go with how you feel.
Okay.
Answering yourself is perfectly fine, and
Okay.
then
Got it. Okay.
Cody can take it after.
Have you ever been part of an affair?
Ooh.
Oh my lordy.
Oh, okay.
Holy fuck.
For me, no, I have not ever been part of a not to my knowledge. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I don't think so. Not knowingly. I'm pretty good. Yeah, like when I'm committed, and when I'm not, I'm not. So
Yeah.
Right.
Good. How about you?
I love that. I'm man.
Just by how you're beginning that, Cody.
We truthful. Oh my god. Shoot. Okay. Well, it was kind of like
yes or no, dude.
It was
yes or no.
Like all parties involved, kind of. Okay,
So
basically.
you had an orgy, or
No orgy, no orgy. It was just me and this, nice lady. But I found out afterwards that she was married.
Oh.
But they have like some open relationship
Okay.
going on, and so I don't know, some Hollywood fuckery,
Well, I don't know if that's considered an affair then.
Yeah, because there was transparency.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt
least we
real
hope-
dirty
Or
afterwards.
was it afterwards? Like, was she transparent up front, or like was it after?
It was kind of more afterwards.
Oh,
See,
you know?
that's shady.
I just was
Not
like,
on your end. You should have
what's-
known.
Yeah.
You should.
Well,
you should have known. She should
there
have
was no
told you.
reason,
She should have been told.
you
I mean,
know?
she should have told you. Is
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean
yeah.
to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She should have told you.
I don't know. I don't know. So that's the answer. But like I said, feel kind of guilty. That's not
You
cool.
shouldn't. I don't think you should feel guilty. I feel like because you weren't knowledgeable of the relationship or their dynamic, then it's not your responsibility.
Yeah. And like, what people have in their marriages, what their rules are, like it's not really your concern, Like
Yeah.
I feel like everyone should be able to do whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
As long as it's not hurting other people.
Exactly.
All right.
No
well,
harm, no
shoot, man.
foul.
We're going in here. Down to date. Let's see what's up. You went green. I'm going to go green too.
Cool.
Yes. Oh, snap. Tell me about the first time you had sex.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So,
Yeah, so you go first, right?
Okay. First time I had sex was kind of a wild thing. I was 14.
Wow.
Back in St. Louis. It was like finals just kind of ended, and it's going into like this winter break time, and it's cold as shit in Missouri.
Cuddle weather, guys.
Right. But I don't know. We were outside, and there was like this construction site, and we were like in a tractor, like a fucking tractor.
Literally.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I just felt like it was like fucking awesome. I was like so just stoked on life. But also,
Were you driving the tractor at the same time?
Dang it, that would be next level.
That would be next level.
Sadly,
you
no.
were even a pro your first time off the bat.
Right, definitely had some gear shifts going back and forth.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But no, I don't know, man. It was cool, but also I thought it was too young. Like, I wish I kind of would
How
have.
old was the girl? If you don't mind me asking.
Same age, 14.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And did you guys remain friends after? Or?
Oh yeah, we're like
Okay,
best
you guys-
friends.
Oh, okay, cool.
But like, if I think of 14-year-olds, I'm like, oh, you nasties, don't be doing that, So I don't know. I wish I would have waited a little bit, but also no regrets.
Right.
Everything happens
It's an
for a
amazing
reason.
first story.
Yeah.
That was
You
wild.
know,
Way
I feel
cooler
like,
than mine.
I feel like if psychologically you feel, sound after your first experience, then
Yeah.
who cares about age?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Okay,
Right.
YOLO.
How about you, Kwanza?
Yeah, my experience was very different. Kind of the opposite. I was 24.
Oh.
Yeah, so I was an old virgin. Oldish, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. So sex was like really weird for me for a time. When I was like in high school, that was the first time I tried to have sex, like with my boyfriend at the time. I think I was like 15 or 16. And it like just didn't work.
I feel like that's usually the story for the first time.
Yeah. And then like I was kind of like religious back then, I guess. I was raised Christian, and I wasn't like my mom, we didn't go to church like every Sunday or anything. Like I guess I would say we were like holiday Christians or whatever. I don't know if that's an actual term, but
Christmas,
like it.
Easter. I'm down with those holidays.
You know what I mean? Like, so anyway, so when it didn't work, and then I later found out that my boyfriend was cheating on me,
Oh.
like the entire time, I was like, oh, okay,
That's
this is a
good.
sign from God. Like
Yeah.
I can't, have to wait. And I think I tried again when like I was like 18 or 17, and it was like the same kind of thing happened. So then I just I felt like, I don't know, I was weird about it. And I felt like I wanted to wait. And then I think I just wasn't ready, I wasn't mature enough. And then I was, but I still wanted it to be like with someone that I had a connection with. I never saw like sex as something that was just like a physical thing that you could detach yourself from. To me, it's like, very kind of an intimate experience. And so I should, be like connected with the person in some way. Not like, we don't have to be married, but anyway, so.
But I agree. There's strength in that. There is strength in that.
Yeah. So this was like a guy that I just had started dating, and then we just had sex. So,
okay. It was interesting.
We were just in a bed.
You both have such different experiences. I almost feel like with your first experience, it kind of projects like what your entire relationship is with sex throughout your life. You know what I mean?
I think so.
You guys have had such different experiences with that at different times in your life. So it's interesting how the evolution of sex in our sex lives happens, and how that like transforms who you are as a human.
It is. I don't know. Like, I think that's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
And I don't know. I kind of wish, like I said, I would have waited a little bit longer. Just because if you start giving your stuff out to everybody, then it's not important.
But I mean, I have to say, I'm impressed by the tractor. I have to say.
Yeah, I was that too,
It was cold.
It's impressed.
Yeah.
All right. So,
sorry, I keep messing up these.
It's fine. You can, if you want to hold on to this, you can.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I'll put it in the pocket.
Okay, so after the heavy talk of sexuality, we are going to go into game time.
Okay.
So we're going to come back right after a short break into game time.
I just have to say that in the world of social media and putting our lives out there, making them public, there is a lot of stress that comes with that. And I feel like sometimes I'll be scrolling through my feed and I'll have so much FOMO based upon all these people's lives that are posting amazing things. And that's definitely something that we have to deal with this day and age. So for people who are stressing out about FOMO or that their life isn't what everyone else is, like shinily posting up on Instagram, there's something called BetterHelp. BetterHelp will assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist. And guys, honestly, a therapist is so helpful with things that we just can't handle on our own. You can start communicating in under 24 hours. So it's super quick. It's not a crisis line. It's not self-help. It is personal counseling done securely online. The service is available for clients worldwide, so no matter where you are, this is definitely something you can access. You can log in your account anytime and send a message to your counselor, so it's really that easy. You'll get timely and thoughtful responses, plus you can schedule weekly video or phone sessions so you don't ever have to sit in an uncomfortable waiting room. As with other traditional therapists, I know it could be a little bit intimidating going really far to a therapist and then also having to wait in a waiting room where other people can see that you are talking to somebody. I know that I'm more of a private person, so doing it online is definitely a lot more helpful for me. BetterHelp is committed to facilitating great therapeutic matches, so they will make it easy and free to change counselors if needed. So if one counselor doesn't work out for you, you can always go to another counselor. I think the main thing that BetterHelp wants is they want you to find someone that you connect with so you can get the best help that you need. It's way more affordable than traditional offline counseling, and financial aid is available. BetterHelp wants you to start living a happier life today. Visit betterhelp.com/long. That's better, HELP, as in Paul, and join the over 500,000 people taking charge of their mental health with the help of an experienced professional. Special offer for down-to-date listeners. Get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/long. If you do not know this about me already, I'm just going to tell you right now, I'm a huge fan of everything carbonated, everything bubbly, and champagne and sparkling wine is definitely one of those things I'm a huge fan of. And we have a new sponsor that's been getting a lot of buzz on social media. And I do mean buzz literally, because when you sip it, you will get a little bit tipsy. It's called Luc Belaire, and it's the most amazing French bubbly I've ever tasted. It is so great. And it's good for any occasion. They are award-winning French bubblies. They pair with fine dining, and And I know that Joe is all about that fine dining, but they're also really good just for hanging out. And I know there's a lot of holidays coming up. There's Thanksgiving, Christmas, and you want to pop these bottles during New Year's. So I definitely recommend you try Luc Belaire out for your holiday season. They have 4 unique styles, the #1 French rosé in America, plus Luc's Gold and Luc's Rosé. And every sip evokes true French luxury. And I know Joe is all about that French luxury, and he's been enjoying it, paired with all of the foodie things that we create in the kitchen. The packaging is absolutely gorgeous. They actually sent us some down-to-date custom bottles. I'm looking at them right now, and they're absolutely beautiful. They have the gold foiling. It's very luxurious, very, very high class, but don't let the packaging fool you, because it could be literally used everywhere. You can bring it to a casual party or also one of your fancy holiday parties. And I want you all to experience Luc Belaire and love it just as much as I do. So I've arranged for all of my listeners to get 30% off their first order by going to lucbelaire.com/long. That's lucbelaire.com/long for 30% off your first order. lucbelaire.com/long. Guys, you definitely want to take advantage of this for the holiday season. All right, everybody, this one is for the ladies because I am talking about when Aunt Flo comes into town. And I know that it comes around every single month, and it's something you always have to worry about. When am I going to get it? Am I going to leak? But one thing you should definitely not worry about is what's inside of your tampons. And that is where Lola comes in. And I absolutely love this company because they care about what goes inside of your bodies. Lola is a female-founded company offering a line of organic cotton tampons, pads, and liners, and now they are offering sex products too. So they also have condoms and personal lubricant. So not only do you not have to worry about bad stuff going into your body with their tampons, but they also have condoms and lubricant that do the same thing and go along the same guidelines. And I absolutely love this company. Lola makes your month a little bit easier because I know it could be a pretty difficult time of the month when Aunt Flo comes into town. Your subscription is fully customizable, and you can choose your mix of products, mix of absorbency, number of boxes, and frequency of delivery. I mean, no one knows your period like you, and Lola is there to specifically guide it towards your personal experience. Lola's subscription is super flexible. You can change, skip, or cancel your subscription at any time. I know I have 100% been in a pinch when it's been that time of the month, and Lola has completely saved me. I absolutely love it as a subscription. It's one of those things that you don't have to think about. You don't have to make that embarrassing run to the store. It's just there for you. It makes it so easy. You can choose from organic cotton tampons, available with a BPA-free plastic applicator or in an environmentally non-applicator format. You can choose from pads or liners and all-natural cleansing wipes. You can add a box of each if you want to. The Sex by Lola line is available for subscription. You can add to your period subscription, so everything is conveniently delivered on your ideal schedule. So, for 40% off your first month subscription, visit mylola.com and enter LONG when you subscribe. Guys, definitely take advantage of this. 40% off first month subscription. Visit mylola.com and enter LONG when you subscribe. That's mylola.com and enter LONG, L-O-N-G.
We are back, and I'm really excited about this game time in particular because, guys, I have a new wheel.
Whoa.
And
Yay.
I'm so excited to, take this wheel for a spin. Well, you guys will be taking it for a spin. So, the object of game time now is that there's a different game on each section, and one of you guys are going to spin it, we're going to play the game, and then maybe we'll play another game. You never know. It just depends how long it takes the game to play. So I almost want to feel like you do rock, paper, scissors to see who gets to spin the wheel first.
Rochambeau?
All right. Ready?
Shoot? Like rock, paper,
I do
scissors,
shoot, yeah. Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh, I won.
Okay. Kwanza gets to spin the wheel of games.
Okay. What's on here?
Oh, yeah. If you want to check out what's on here.
Battle, by the way. It's like you.
I hope it's not that.
on here.
Jeez. Okay, let's do it.
Give it a healthy spin.
Ooh, that's very satisfying.
Nice.
For sure. A debate? Okay.
Debate. Oh, I want to do it again because you always do debates.
Okay.
I really wanted to do something different besides
okay.
the debate.
Do it again?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Go for it.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's going to be boring, but sure.
Wait, what is
What's
it?
that?
I don't know actually what it is, but...
Last
text message.
Last text message. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Uh-oh.
Well, this could be great or bad, depending.
Okay.
All right, so if you guys want to take out your phone,
Okay.
it can't be the text message saying you arrived at the studio.
Yes. And Elise, hello. I'm here.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Cody, do you want to go first?
Sure. So I'm kind of in between apartments right now, and I am kicking it at the W Hotel right now.
Whoop, whoop.
Woo, party, what's up? It's pretty sick. So my buddy who I'm living with is going to play poker right now. He's like a big poker guy. So he's like, yo, about to go grind like 13 hours of poker. Casual, you know. Meet you at the crib later if you staying up late tonight, LOL.
I like how you
You know.
give him his voice,
Yeah, always like,
on
what's
that
up? I'm
text.
doing
Very
poker.
funny.
Exactly.
Do you play poker? Are you a poker player?
I love, okay, that's kind of with the smoking. I've been trying to not play poker as well. I love gambling, man. I take chances.
Okay.
And it's good to take chances in certain areas of life,
Yeah.
but not when it is like your well-being and your money, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? You know your vices, and I feel like you have a pretty good head on your shoulders about what your vices are and how to handle them.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. I think so now. It took a second, you know? I was doing rounders for a little bit, you know?
Rounders? What are rounders?
It's like the poker movie, where like it's Leo and he's just like reading everybody and
Oh, I see. Like you can like.
Okay.
Are you counting numbers? That's not poker?
well, counting cards.
Counting cards.
That is blackjack.
Okay. Okay.
But in Texas Hold'em, I love it because it's not, you're not playing the casino, you're playing the player.
Okay.
So it's all about, you know, energy and sitting at the
Alright.
table and keeping it cool.
My
you
boyfriend's
know?
also very much into blackjack. He's like,
Mm-hmm.
so we went to Vegas one time, and I was always worried about gambling because I'm so reserved when it comes to any kind of gambling.
That's good. That's good to
But
do.
yeah, he impressed me. He did fairly well. But it's a fun game, you know? It's a fun game.
It's fun. It's called Smoker as well, though. Like,
Smokers
Oh
well?
man.
well, Smoker, because everybody's like chain smoking there.
Oh,
and,
yes.
dude, it hurts your health. Like, you
Yeah.
just stay like 13 hours. Like,
Free drinks.
we would stay up all night. Yeah. It's not a conducive,
Yeah.
you know,
Right.
conducive to a healthy lifestyle.
Right.
So I'm out of there. But, dude, I'll see you afterwards, dog. So.
Nice.
How about you, Kwanza?
You know,
Let's read your last text thread.
It's pretty boring. The thread. All right. Well, the last text was no worry from my roommate. So I have a male roommate, Nathan. We've lived together since I've moved to Los Angeles, which was 4 years ago.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, like almost 5 years actually. And it was just like a random Craigslist roommate, and like he's just cool. Like
Those
we're
are the
chill.
best ones.
Yeah,
Sick.
yeah.
Always.
So we just still happen to live together.
It worked.
And he just he asked me, could you take a picture of my rear license plate for me? I forgot to before I came down here. Because he just got a car and he has to go to the DMV to like whatever, I don't know. And so I said, "Oh fuck, I'm sorry, Nate. I ran out the house without seeing this. No worries, I was just texting you. I don't need it anyway."
Oh, okay.
So that actually is a weird response, but yeah.
That's nice.
Will
I
he be
mean,
fine
it's
in the DMV? That's
Right.
the-
Hopefully he'll be all right.
We have
Yeah.
we found out more of your life story through text message, as one does. All right, I'm gonna do
Yes.
one more spin. Cody,
Yes.
you can spin the wheel of
I'm hoping
games.
it's rap battle, man. We'll see. YOLO, get that money. What's up? Oh, last text message. All right, one more time.
It's a really nosy board.
What is-
Again?
What's up with this?
What is it? Is
This
text
is
message
weighted.
again?
This has to be a scam or something. It was, but what's in your bag?
Ooh, okay.
What's in your bag,
That's
huh?
funny.
in your bag? I want to see what's in your
I
bag
have a
or
bag.
wallet. Whatever you have that we can snoop on. This
Okay.
is like the snooping game,
I
is
left
what
my
it seems
wallet
Yeah,
in
like.
the
right.
car. I have my passport.
I do have a bag with
Empty
me.
your pockets.
Right, okay. Oh, I got something.
There's
I got something
nothing
good
in
then.
This
Alright.
is just my water bottle.
All right, first, Kwanza, you're going to go first.
Oh,
I want you
okay.
to go through your bag and tell us what you
Yeah,
have.
you go.
Okay, so this is my water bottle because yeah, I like to drink water.
Ooh,
Um,
I like drinking water too.
this is lotion because I like to stay moisturized.
Keep
That's
it smooth.
essential to have hand lotion.
Yeah,
I always need hand lotion in my bag.
It's dry out here. These are some sunnies.
So protection with eyes and
Yeah,
hands.
You gotta keep yourself protected. You know,
Smart.
chapstick for
Chapstick?
the lips. I also have lip gloss in here too. I think. What else is here? This is my wallet, obviously.
Ooh.
Yeah, we don't have to go.
A machete.
This is my keys.
Ooh, what's on your key ring? Let's check this out.
Okay. I have a Ralph's reward card that I never use. I
have one of those too. I'm like, when am I ever going to use that?
Yeah, I also have a library card on here too. That I don't use either. I should. I used to use it.
What was the last book you read?
The last book I read is this book called Personhood.
Personhood. What's it about?
And the subtitle was The Art of Being Fully Human.
Ooh, I like that.
It was nice. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, by like Leo Scalig something Italian. Yeah, it was cool. It's just about like how to be a better human. And then this is like a little. My dad made me this. It's like a little.
Really,
leather
he made
thing.
that.
Yeah,
It's like a leather heart that's been what's that called? Engraved or imprinted?
Yeah.
What is the word though?
with my name. Yeah.
Oh,
and I've had
that's
it
so
forever.
sweet.
And then this is like a little plant keychain. That's all.
Ooh, cactus.
Yeah.
Cactus keychain. Wasn't that flash drive? I wish I had like a
Oh
computer.
yeah,
we
there is
can-
a flash drive on here.
It's a little
This
Despicable
has-
Me
Minion.
yellow minion.
I'd tell you, but then I'd have to kill you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's all
okay.
right.
Enticing.
And I have a tampon.
You never
and
know when you need a tampon. As
gum.
as a fellow female, I feel you on that one.
Do you
It's
think?
funny, like my hair, sometimes my hair is straight, or sometimes I have braids in my hair, so
Yeah.
that's why. Anyways, yeah. And
You're more
then-
responsible than me because I always need a hair tie and I never bring one. Ever. I always mooch off my friends.
Oh God. So yeah, so I have weed in here.
Ooh.
And
Oh, what's up?
yeah, so I'm not quite in your phase of
Right.
quitting.
Well, I'll say
Kinda
this.
right in
I
the
see
middle.
like a baby amount of weed. Like, so you're cool on that. Like,
Oh yeah, I don't know why this is in here. It's like
that's
a roach.
chilling.
Sorry.
I was
Sorry,
smoking
Mom.
way too much.
Yeah, that's it.
Sweet.
There's
Okay.
some change. Yeah.
Nice. Nothing too incriminating. You
No,
know?
I'm a good person, guys.
Yeah, you're a good person.
Yeah.
Just
All
a
right.
little weed. That's all.
All right, how about you, Cody? I want to see some incriminating things. I want to
Well,
empty those pockets.
everything I got in here is pretty much the same as you, man. Got a passport because
You never know.
Nice.
Where have you been? Let's see.
You never know. Ooh.
It's
where
a
have I
used passport, so I feel like you are a well-traveled
Yeah,
man.
that's
been? Right. Well, it's really just been in my pocket. Kind of got beat up.
I can't believe you carry your passport with you. I feel like
Yeah. Do you not have your license or something?
I did not for a while, and I went to the DMV
That's how that always is.
last week.
Nice.
But yeah, I've been carrying around this bad boy.
let's see your passport picture.
Passport. Oh, this is me with short hair.
Short hair.
What's up?
So for those of you who are
cute.
listening,
Wow,
you
look very
Cody
different.
has very.
Different.
How long is your hair? Would
Dude,
you
it's
say?
getting long, dude. You see
Oh
that?
wow! You know what? Axl
Wow.
Rose vibes is what I get from the long hair.
You get the what?
Axl Rose vibes.
Oh, yes, exactly.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
The short
Love
hair.
it.
You look very young in this picture.
Yeah, that was 18.
Nice.
I was I had to get my passport expedited because I went to Punta Cana.
Cool. It was like spring break.
with the buddies.
Oh, sweet.
Nice.
It was wild.
Where is Punta
Didn't
Cana?
get my head chopped off, so that was
That's
sick.
good. This is.
Dominican Republic.
Oh, nice. Okay. What else do we have in your pockets? Let's see.
Random time. You gotta keep it fresh. Keep it poppin',
Chapstick. Yes.
Absolutely.
That's
Chapstick.
essential.
You know.
Yeah.
Essential.
Heck
Don't
yeah.
date anybody that doesn't have chopstick in their bag.
What are they
I'd
doing?
agree. I'd agree for sure.
Stay moisturized.
Like it's important.
All right, so I have with me a couple flashcards. I'm going to give you each a few, and you are going to be actually interviewing each other with the
okay.
flashcards. And I'm not going to be here for it. So I
Oh.
trust you guys on your own. I feel like you are both very responsible individuals. And I'll be back.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank
Goodbye,
you.
Kendall. See ya.
Bye, Kendall. Bye. All right, cool. Let's see. Oh, interesting. What was your first experience with death?
Whew. Okay. Shit, man. I had one recently, which was fucking scary. But I guess like first one. Okay. I guess three stick out to me. The
Okay.
first one was like a buddy in grade school who kind of died, and that was the first time like I realized you can die. Like, you know what I mean? Obviously, you always hear about it or
Right.
whatever in movies. Yeah, but when it's like somebody you actually know, it's so much more like impacting. So I guess that was first time. Second time, had a buddy that he was like this homeless guy I was helping out. Took him to like all these meetings, got him Social Security, was moving him into an apartment, and then he like kind of backed out last second. And he ended up like overdosing from fucking drugs. And I don't know, I feel very just conflicted about it. I love the man so much, you know?
Yeah.
But kind of, I don't know. I feel like I not necessarily set him up, but like, you know, I got him all this money and I should have just like moved him into this apartment, but he kind of didn't do it because drugs consume you.
What do you mean you got him all this money and I guess I'm lost a little bit?
Through like the Social Security.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So we would like drive to all these meetings, you know, take him to Social Security office, DMV.
Got you, right.
DPSS, all the little buildings you got to go to. And it was so cool. Like this guy lived in a completely different world, you know. He lived on the streets. He lived through the LA riots. He was just an interesting guy to like know. But anyways, like when he passed, I just got really sad, and that kind of like started getting me on this just tailspin of sadness slightly, you know. It's so bad, but I told you I haven't been smoking and everything. Just like when you're doing drugs and you're in a bad mood, it only enhances that, you know. And so I kind of had this awakening almost like a month and a half ago or so, where I just was not myself. And long story short, this cop had like a gun pointed at me because I was trespassing on a fucking construction site because I was fucked up.
Shit.
Maybe I shouldn't be saying this on my first date.
I mean, hey,
but
we're doing it.
Dude, yeah.
Damn.
And I like.
And this was how long ago?
This was like a month and a half ago.
Damn.
And
so that was kind of like your wake up call, you feel?
Wake up call. I could have died right there.
Yeah.
Like, when he had a gun pointed at me, I told him to shoot me because.
Oh shit, dude.
I like. I mean, it makes no sense, but.
I'm really sorry that you had to go through that.
Right. It's okay. It's all good now, you know.
I'm glad that you had that moment of awakening, you know, because obviously it could have gone a lot differently.
Fuck yeah, you gotta live life.
Yeah.
I guess I probably shouldn't have jumped into this, but I did all of it because it makes no sense. But I thought if I were to kind of get taken out right there, it would somehow restore balance in the world. I think there are so many fucked up problems out there, and I just like am trying to help and give back, and like I just keep giving my soul, and like bad shit just keeps happening, and it just felt like hell, you know. And that's kind of where I got. But if you truly want to save the world, you can't just like think that getting shot will do anything. You gotta go out there and change it, you know.
And like I don't. So you're saying if your life would have ended, then there would be more balance in the world because why?
It sucks.
You're saying you don't think you're a good person?
Strung out on drugs, but I saw it as like I know this is kind of awkward, but I would be kind of like the fucking white person sacrifice.
Oh, stop!
You know what I'm saying?
Stop it.
So that it would kind of. I know, and it makes no sense.
I'm sorry to be laughing right now. I don't mean to be.
Dude, no, not at all.
But no, I mean, but I understand. Like, I definitely can relate to being in a very, you know, dark place. And I also recently kind of had a moment of like awakening, you know, where I was in a really dark place. I was very stressed. I was abusing, you know, weed. Yeah, you know. I think I've been able to just kind of like change the way that I use it. That's a different conversation, but anyways, I definitely could relate to like being in a moment where I didn't recognize myself. You know, I was like, I'm acting erratically. I'm doing all these things that I knew that wasn't like who I was, and it did take, you know, kind of like a rock bottom to like really, to wake up and actually change things about myself and work towards being a better person. And so, you know, if it could happen for me, obviously it happened for you. Like, yeah, you just gotta know that, like, now you're on the other side, you know? So.
Yes,
Exactly.
exactly.
And life is worth living, right?
And life is so worth living, you know? Every time I look back at it, you know, it's just embarrassing and, like, just awful, you know?
Yeah.
So never want to go back there.
Yeah.
Know?
Well, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, no,
Maybe
it's
held that
hard
one
to
off.
it's hard to be vulnerable like that, especially with a stranger, you know. So,
Right.
but no, it's cool. Like I get it.
Mm-hmm.
You're not alone.
Yeah, right. I don't know. Should
Cool. I guess it's your turn then, right?
Yeah, let's switch the vibe up. You know? Shit, man. What were the first 3 things you remember wanting to be when you were growing up?
Okay. So definitely a singer at some point. Yeah, I definitely want to be a singer. I even like I was in like my school talent show and stuff, and like I was in like the play, but I wasn't ever, I don't know, I guess I wasn't really that good. I did take singing lessons for a minute. I have a pretty good voice, but I guess I just kind of, there were a lot of things when I was a kid that I just started and then just like kind of gave up. But anyways, I found my true passion of filmmaking, so I'm not too upset about it. But I do love music. So singer was one. I wanted to be like the first woman in the NBA for a point in time.
Yamming it in.
Oh yeah, and that I think I was inspired by. Have you ever seen Love and Basketball or heard of this movie?
I heard of it.
Okay, yeah, so it's a good movie. Gotta check it out.
Okay.
But do you know like the premise?
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah. Anyways, like I'm not gonna tell you the movie, but
Okay, all right.
It's basically just about a couple and they both love each other and they love basketball. And the female character, the lead, she was like always like a tomboy, and her dream was to be like the first woman in the NBA. And so I think I was kind of inspired by her. But yeah, I was like ball is life, you know.
Yes, ball is life.
But I was not ever good either. Basketball. So that was another thing that I gave up.
Do you still like playing basketball?
Yeah, I actually recently bought like an old basketball backboard and hoop.
You've been
I've been
throwing
really
it down.
I haven't put it up yet, so I didn't mount it on like my carport or something, but I've been really craving like, you know, wanting to play. I don't know, so
taking a jumper
soon, hopefully.
Yes.
And the third thing, what did I say? I said singer, basketball player. What else? Oh, I wanted to be a lawyer for a while. That actually was something I wanted to be like up until I was like 16 or 17, and then I changed my mind to be a filmmaker. So yeah. Cool.
Shit, man.
What I have to say about that is like, wow. But that's beautiful, honestly. Like I have to say, I was listening in on you guys, and the level of vulnerability that you guys were sharing with each other was very, like, I was impressed. Actually, really impressed. Now that we have gone with the interviewing process of both you guys, we're going to be getting into honesty time. So we're going to see you guys have gotten to know each other. Yes, there is more, but wait, there's more. You guys have gotten to know each other a lot. I feel like you guys have definitely opened up to each other. And so now we're going to separate you guys, and we're going to get into honesty time with each of you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Kwanza, if you want to stay here. Cody, I will see you in a little bit.
I'll see you guys soon.
Cool.
Honesty time. Wow.
Yeah.
I think that's like the one word I have to say for how this episode has gone. It feels like there's just so much depth with you and Cody, you know? And the one thing I really love about you guys specifically is that you guys are completely just like open. I mean, especially Cody, there's a lot of things that he opened up about. So how do you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think it's admirable, you know, for him to be so vulnerable and open, especially in a setting like this, you know. Yeah, definitely. I was empathizing with him, you know. Definitely can't relate specifically to that type of scenario, but you know, my heart was really going out to him, and yeah, it was nice that he felt comfortable enough to share that with me. So
yeah, I mean, it was definitely a unique situation. Do you feel like, because this show is about dating, because it's about trying to find your next partner or potentially going on a second date, do you feel like there were any red flags in those situations?
Red flags in those situations. I mean, I don't know. Like, I guess I wouldn't call them red flags, you know? Like, he definitely, clearly he said he had made some bad decisions, in the past and had gotten to, like, a dark place. But I think, for me, it's hard to be, like, super judgmental, towards people because, like, I've been through my own shit. I've been through a lot of fucked up shit. And, like, I think after I had my, like, awakening, I realized that you can't really judge people too harshly because everyone, like, no matter, like, what type of person you are, like, what race, whatever, what your background is, where you come from, like, everyone has, like, issues and, like, has dealt with stuff in their childhood that they bring, with them throughout their life. And if they don't, take the time to, to do the self-work we were talking about earlier, it catches up with them, eventually, for everyone.
And I feel like a lot of people have experiences like that.
Yeah.
And to be vulnerable and to be open about them is a step towards, like, recovery and a step towards being open and improving almost.
Yeah.
So I feel like in that sense, I feel like he has surpassed and survived that part of his life.
Exactly.
And now this is the period of growth.
Mm-hmm. And I'm all for that.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I guess if we are being honest, like, I guess anything the one thing maybe I would take as a red flag is just like, okay, well, do I want to be in a relationship with someone who still has a lot to grow on their own? Like, right now in my life, maybe not, but then it's also not fair for me to say that because, like, I don't feel like I'm, super, like, evolved either. Like, I definitely think I'm on the path. So I think there's definitely, like, a possibility in relationships for people to, like, help each other grow. I don't necessarily think you have to be a complete full whole before you find your other full whole.
Yeah.
But I think it's tricky because I think when you're not a complete full whole, trying to find your other full whole.
I love how you're bringing it back to that, though, because you're right. The full circle.
Yeah, the full circle. I don't like full whole. I'm going to say full circle.
Whole, they're both round shaped,
Yeah. When you are trying to find that other person and you're not quite there yet, being your true potential self or whatever. The thing is, when we might not ever reach our full potentials of people. Like, there's always room to grow, So it's a fine line, but it's also, like, it's tricky because I think you have to be really intentional about who you're dating, right? Mm-hmm. And just really being honest and saying, like, look, I have a lot of stuff I got to work on, so if you're cool with that, like, we could do this. This is separate. Like, that level this is separate from us,
Yeah.
And if you don't have that communication down, though, yet, if you're not really ready to be that vulnerable, then you shouldn't try to do it because it's always going to...
And I think vulnerability is the least of Cody's worries. I feel like he's the kind of person that loves being in vulnerability.
Yeah, it seems like he's ready now to,
or maybe,
like...
you brought out that vulnerability in him,
maybe.
Which, is also, like, such an amazing quality to have. I almost feel like there is, like, it spiked my curiosity with seeing you guys together, just seeing you guys by yourself and seeing where the conversation went. Yeah, so that's the word for this. I feel curious.
Okay, cool.
I feel curious.
So you're curious.
So at the end of this, we're going to, you guys are both going to reveal if you guys are down to date or not. What do you think Cody's going to say? How do you think he's going to feel?
I don't know.
And the mystery continues.
Yeah, I don't know, honestly.
All right.
I guess, and I try to, like, I don't want to have any expectations, whatever. I'm just going to go with what I feel.
Yeah.
It's not about what he wants.
That's what you do. As long as you have honesty within yourself and what you want. Yes.
Yeah.
Hell yes. I love that. Okay. We're going to bring Cody in here. We're going to talk a little bit about his honesty time. And then we're going to see if you guys are down to date.
Okay.
Here we go.
Honesty time.
First thing I want to say, Cody, is that you're a remarkable person. I feel like there's so much more depth to you. The more I talk to you, I feel like there's more things that I learn about you. I feel like your life has been all over, like, you've experienced so many things that give you so much depth. And how did you feel about being vulnerable with Kwanza?
Right. Shoot, man. Life is bizarre, just what I keep always bringing it back to is that everything happens for a reason, and there's some type of plan out there, even when it is amidst the chaos, But, being vulnerable, honestly, it wasn't, like too bad, just because I've really been practicing trying to be vulnerable, be as open as possible. I do think maybe I need to pick and choose what I reveal.
I don't know. I don't think
know
so.
if I scared her off. I feel like I might have. But hopefully I didn't. So
yeah,
we'll see.
So going through the course of the podcast at the end, we're going to be seeing if you guys are down to date. How do you think Kwanza feels? What do you think she's going to say?
I don't know. I'm down to date. I think she's amazing, and she's cool.
You can't tell me yet. It's a mystery.
Sorry. All right, I got you. Like if it goes either way, I understand. So,
how do you? So what do you like about Kwanza? What makes you want to date her?
She seems very genuine. I think that's like her number one thing right now is like she's just caring. I think she's spunky. She's got a lot of personality. I love playing basketball too, so maybe we can do some basketball business. I don't know what's up. I don't know. She just seems really cool and down to earth, and that's really what I'm looking for right now,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Were there any red flags or anything that you're like, maybe that's not something I see in someone that I date?
No.
Oh,
she's
nice.
like perfect, but there is no perfect, but.
This is true. There's perfection and imperfection.
Yes.
That's what I find. I feel like qualities that you may deem as imperfect or broken are things that other people see as like beautiful and vulnerable. And I think that is, it's finding a balance in that, a balance in each other and building that up in each other. So is she the kind of person that you would normally date, like her vibe?
I have really not been dating the past couple of fucking years.
This is true. This is fair.
I have just been really strung out on this fucking weed. I was taking a lot of Adderall too. I was just staying up and never sleeping and just only doing acting things.
Yeah.
Or going to the gym.
Caught up in the creativity.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Being in the creative mindset.
Yes.
I went to art school, and I have a lot of friends who are artists. Mm-hmm. And you find inspiration through suffering, inspiration through sadness, inspiration through happiness too, but all the elements of life. And I feel like you feel so deeply because it inspires you in what you do.
Yeah.
And that's what acting is.
Right. I hope so, man. We'll see. I just, I don't know. I would like some happiness,
Yeah.
I got a lot of happiness in my life. I'm playing it down.
So much happiness.
I do. I just also harbor a lot of,
depth, I think.
Okay, sure.
But I would say that. I would say that's what it is. And I think that is refreshing to see in someone who doesn't hold up a facade. And you were saying that going on dates on a public platform has made you feel like you had to have a sort of facade or a sort of personality, right?
You got to be all up, all happy.
But I don't see that here. I don't see,
punchlines.
Yes, but I don't see that with you here, which I love.
Cool.
I think that's something that's really, I'll say beautiful.
Unique.
Unique, yes.
Down to date, I agree.
Down to date. All right, so we're going to bring Kwanza in, and we're going to see if you guys are down to date.
Oh, gosh.
Are you ready?
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
All right, so we have Cody and Kwanza in the studio back together again. In front of you, you have a card. One side says down, the other side says not. On the count of 3, I want you guys to reveal and also say in the mic if you guys are down to date or go on a second date.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
Prepare yourselves.
Oh, yeah. How do we... Okay.
So on the count of 3, you're going to reveal to your camera and also speak and say what your decision is. Okay.
Right.
Ready? Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Down. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm really sorry.
Oh, yeah, dude.
No worries.
I feel it. It's no trip. I was saying this even. There's a lot.
I think you're really cute, though.
I think you're awesome.
Thank you.
You have a beautiful soul.
Thank you. I think you have a beautiful soul, too.
Yes. So just keep up what you're doing,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Cody, and thank you, Kwanza, for coming into the podcast studio today. I know it's definitely a hard thing to go on a first date, not only with me here, but in front of everybody. Thank you guys so much for listening. Make sure you guys rate, review, subscribe. I also read all the comments. Make sure you guys leave a comment below. And we have new episodes of our podcast every Tuesday, and we release videos every Thursday on YouTube, so make sure you guys do not miss out. There are so many couples just waiting to be matched. I'm so excited for you guys to check out next week.